If you go back, and I always love to talk about this, we're going to be reading the Ten Commandments in a few weeks. We're going to be looking at, on Shavuot, we commemorate the giving of the Torah, and there's the giving of the Ten Commandments, and so we commemorate this, and we hear the Ten Commandments read in Hebrew, and oftentimes we'll do it in Greek and Spanish and English as kind of a representative of the original languages that the Torah was given in, and then also the languages represented here in this congregation. And I'm always impressed with the idea of how do you keep the Ten Commandments. And if you think about the 10th one, it really kind of lies in the power of this. And what is that 10th commandment? You shall not chomed. You shall not covet, right? You shall not covet. Interestingly, if you look at Deuteronomy's version of that, you shall not ta'ava, you shall not desire. So covet actually has to do with the idea of actually taking something, and then of course there's the idea in Deuteronomy of the idea of desiring something. But I would like to say though that really if you think about the 10th commandment and what makes it so unique is that it's the key to the rest. How do you not murder somebody? How do you not steal? How do you not commit adultery? How do you not do a lot of the things that are mentioned in the Ten Commandments? How do you not lie? There's always some kind of false ulterior motive that we have whenever we lie and we tell something that's not the truth, whether it's about somebody else or whether it's about something that we want. And you know, what's cool about each one of the Ten Commandments is that you can take them and you can put them in the positive. So what's the positive of you shall not commit adultery? Be faithful, right? What's the positive of don't murder? Preserve life, right? Promote life. What's the positive of not lying about somebody? Tell the truth and speak good. Tell what's good about people. Right? Tell the truth about them. Politicians and news media folks could really benefit from that one, right? But what about the 10th one? What about the 10th one? The 10th one, you shall not covet. Be content. Be content. If you put that in the positive, it's really about contentment. And how can you be content? You see, the issue with the 10th commandment is that you really can't measure. You see, all the others, you can measure what somebody's done wrong. You can tell if somebody has violated the Sabbath. You can tell if somebody cursed their father and their mother. You can tell if somebody has actually taken the act of committing adultery. You can, if you catch them. And if you catch somebody stealing, you know that they've stolen. But can anybody tell if somebody covets something in their heart? You can't tell that. You can't measure it. It's something that only God can measure out, right? It's the only commandment that really tells us how to think. And how can you be content? How can you be content? Well, it really goes back to the first commandment. And what is that? Anochi Adonai Elohecha. I'm the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. Thou shalt have no other gods before me, right? Because Paul talks about covetousness in the book of Timothy. He talks about covetousness, and he calls it a form of idolatry. Because that is something that I'm placing in my Amazon account. I'm placing something in my bank account. I'm placing my hope and my dreams and my desires in that vehicle that I want. I'm placing my hopes and my dreams and my desires in this particular type of fulfillment that I want from this person or whatever it is, right? We tend to take that and we make an idol out of that, and that becomes what life is really about for us.